Alright everyone, welcome to some LSD Dream later. Now, I am on day, man, my mouse is too fast right now, but I am on day, I think, 022. So yeah, now, this is probably going to be the last episode of this game because I kind of want to move away from this game because there's not really much to see here. I mean, there is, but there isn't, because a lot of it is just repetitiveness of me just running around and stuff. And the reason I mostly choose this game is because I feel like it's easier to talk while playing a game. Why? That's the reason with me. But it just seems always easier, like, to kind of say what I want to say. So yeah, with that out of the way, um, I do want to talk about something because I mentioned something in my last video that I've been wanting to talk about. But the problem with this is I don't know how to really word this because I know it may come off the wrong way. So I know people might completely misunderstand what I'm trying to say and take this as like a way of me being cold hearted or something, which I mean, I don't know if I even care at this point the way life is for me. But what the hell? Okay. Oh, that's not a shocker. Um, Still though. So basically though, and I mean I don't really have to go into whole details about this, but let's just say, um, there's like this streamer I happen to watch here and there, and I kind of became part of their community and stuff like that. Oh, hello there, everybody. And I just like I stay for the community, but let's just say I don't really agree with they're saying in their content a lot of times. Like I feel like a lot of it's it's not that it's a bad thing, you know, but it's technically a thing of I just don't agree with certain things because I feel like they miss out on the point a lot of times or kind of forget, what the hell is that? But they kind of forget certain amount of people I forget. I don't know how to explain it. But the thing is about all this is that I happened to be watching their stream yesterday and I noticed somebody like donating to them. And of course the chat was, normal before. Like everyone was just talking stupidity, like as always, just whatever about whatever's going on in the game or people saying hi to each other, etc., etc., right? So, one dude makes a donation about like I don't know exactly. I can't remember what exactly was now because my memory is kind of stuff. So I only remember like parts of that. But he mentioned something about like relationships or something like that. And of course, when someone mentions that, people start talking into chat about like oh I'm not gonna. Someone said they're not gonna give out a love and stuff. So what I end up saying is like I just kind of say look, and I of course I didn't get no response, but I'm kind of like I kind of gave up on that shit a long time ago, you know? And I think too, I want to separate the word love versus relationship because I mean, love is a multiple thing, I feel like. Like, you can show love to somebody in multiple ways. It doesn't have to be romantic love, it could be like protonic, is that what it's called, love? Or like, I don't know the right words for this, so bear with me, but maybe, wow, ironic. But, it can also be in a friendly type of way. That's what I'm trying to say, or in a caring type of way. It doesn't have to be like romantic. But I notice like I think a lot of these people, especially on the internet and stuff, like everyone is always seeking some type of romantic like love. I feel like now, of course, I don't think that's what this person was saying, but it kind of made me think about myself because I used to be a person like that who would be like, "Oh, I need somebody." Sorry, coughing fit, but I was always used to be like that person who would sit alone, and sometimes I won't lie, like I still feel this, but I would sit alone and stuff, be like, "Oh, I want somebody," blah 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 blah, right? But the more and more I get older, and the more and more I get like I age, I guess I kind of care less. Like I kind of learn to enjoy things on my own. Now, of course, you always have the one dude out there saying, "Well, things are meant to be enjoyed by with people," blah blah blah, right? And yes, that's true, but I feel like that's where people hold themselves back a lot. Like I feel like people don't know how to say, "Hey, I can go watch a movie by myself. I can enjoy this by myself. I don't really need a fucking date or a relationship just to go somewhere and feel some type of way or something, you know?" I also feel like it's people kind of lack validation. So when they get in a relationship and stuff, like, I guess they use each other to validate each other. At least that's how I feel, you know? But that also goes to my point where people act like love is gonna fix them and shit. And then, well, once again, I shouldn't use love, but they think a relationship's gonna fix them and shit. And then what ends up happening, they get into these relationships and they come out more broken than they actually are. So I don't know. Like I kind of think sometimes people get in trauma chips, if that's the right word. And I notice that a lot too. Like I have talked to people in VR chat sadly back then. Yes, I was never the one to do like any weird shit on VR chat, but I have seen the weird side. eh, Sadly, being dragged into it by unfortunate people I have met on there that I'm not friends with anymore, but trying to drag me into weird shit. But I've talked to these people and they all have this like same excuse of like, "Oh, I'm lonely," and stuff like that. And I just feel like it kind of makes me think because I'm also like, all right, bro. So if you get in a relationship with this person, right, and you really like him and shit, are you really gonna like? Is it really in IRL or is it just in the game? Like, are you actually gonna save up money try to go see this person? Because most of these dudes don't even do that, man. When it comes to online dating and stuff. But I'm kind of going beyond the point, right? Anyways, I don't get these I don't get these people who basically I don't get people who strictly rely on other people for some sort of comfort or some sort of like validation. Like I because I know how it feels. Like I've been there, but at the same time I'm just like I just gotten so fucking over it that I'm just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do things that make me happy. And yes, I feel alone some days and shit, but I just say that's part of life and I just accept that, you know? And it goes back to like I have taken down a few videos of mine because I felt like they were too personal with LSD with this game. That's why I said this might be the last episode because like I said, it's not really much to see in this game. I feel like, and I kind of feel like I'm just kind of wasting my time here. But it kind of goes back to what I was saying about the whoa, what the fuck? But it kind of go back to what I was saying about like streamers if I watch. Like I guess this is another thing, but it's why when I hear their stuff, it always kind of confuses me because I don't really understand them. I don't really see what they're trying to achieve because I feel like you can give somebody motivational advice, you can give them comfort and stuff, but really at the end of the day, it's up to them. You know, it's like the saying, actions speak louder than words. Like you could give someone a fucking pep talk and tell them they're everything, and then the next minute they would still go do something stupid or do something irresponsible and not really change much. So I don't really get that, you know? And don't like I don't get how people, get attached to certain people like that. Like I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say here, because I'm not very good with my words right now, is that I don't get people who like glaze other people just because they say something that's like I guess I shouldn't use the word glazing, but I just don't get it. Like I don't get people who praise other people for saying words or certain things like that. No, I don't think I ever would. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna end this here and yeah, hopefully I said this right. If I don't know how to talk, I'm trying my best. So yeah.